how to grind. We've all heard the term grinding. I'm getting my grind on, but do you really know? How many people really know what grinding is? I think the phrase first started with the concept of coffee beans and being grounded until they get really fine, just constant pressure, constant force. That's a great definition of the grinding process. How you gotta grind, why you gotta grind in this world. But first, let me talk to you about what grinding feels like for you. Okay, how to know you're grinding? Well, first, you gotta make it a commitment that yes, you mix business with pleasure. Yes, you mix pleasure with work. That's what you do. Okay? It's a grind mentality. I don't care if you're in the movie theater. In the movie theater, you always got 10 ideas in your mind you're playing along with. And if you go to the movies with somebody else, and they're saying, you're not paying attention. So no, I'm paying attention. I'm just thinking at the same time. If you're watching a video or playing a video game at home, or whatever the case might be, always be what they call it, multitasking. That's grinding, where you're never on vacation, totally on vacation. There's no such thing as going out of town for 3, 4, 5 days and just vacate your life. Not because you have to get back to your work, it's because you want to grind out your work. It brings you joy. So if you're on vacation and left your sweetheart, your husband or your wife upstairs, or your family upstairs, go down in the lobby, and before you go out and hit Disney World, spend 4 or 5 hours in the morning working on your goals and your dreams and your business ideas and how you're going to improve your talent, skills, and abilities. That is grinding. Grinding. When you're always working on projects. You see, the days of just focusing on one project at a time, those days are over. With technology, you can handle 2, 3, 4, 5 different projects all day long. You can be texting different people, emailing different people, reading. On my iPhone, for example, I've got about 1,000 books. You could be reading 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 books at a time. The days of having one project are gone. Always be working on numerous projects at a time. That way, the grinder always has more and more work to get done. Grinding. You got to have a love of the value of time. Where I remember when I was in college, I would have a paper due sometimes at 8. I was a literature major at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I knew that if I waited until the last minute, I'm not recommending waiting until the last minute, but I did it and did it successfully many times. I got many A's by focusing on the last minute. Sometimes I wouldn't start that 10-page paper till 8 o'clock the night before, but I knew if I grind, stay up the whole night drinking coffee or whatever, might be candy or whatever to get my sugar up, I can grind for 12 hours straight, and by tomorrow morning, I'm going to have that paper, a quality paper, in to professor, because I knew that if I grind and focus for that 12 hours, I can get it done. Figure out what your goals are. Say what you can get accomplished in a year or 5 years. And if I value the time and use it wisely, I can get my grind on. This is going to be part 1 of 2 of the grind series because there's so much to cover. But the last thing I want to talk about is pain. There is no such thing as grinding if it doesn't cost you internal and external pain, meaning that your brain is supposed to hurt from grinding so much. You're supposed to have brain pain, like, oh, my head hurts. I'm just thinking about ways, scheming, strategizing to get things done. Then after you use your brain power, your brain is tired, you got to use the physical power to actually get out in this world and get things done when you physically get tired of grinding. That's part 1 on how to grind.